I don't know. What will we do for Taylor Swift?
You gotta tiptoe around this because the Swifties is fucking crazy.
I'm a Swiftie.
Oh yeah. Facts. I mean, I'll suck her toes if I got to.
Okay, I was thinking about maybe carry some boxes on the tour, or I don't know, cater the food, or maybe be a security guard. But if you want to start with toe sucking, my brother in Christ.
Oh, you like that? What Cardi say? Put him on a noose. Put him on a noose. Put him on a noose. Stop. Put him on a noose. It's 2024.
We back.
Music. Who's to say, baby? Fuck going on? It's my favorite month. I don't really think it's my favorite month at all.
Whose is it?
All right. It is my favorite month because this is my favorite month to really get my shit off.
Okay. You letting the dreads down?
I mean,
dreads down, kufi
you know
on?
What's crazy? Dreads down, kufi on. I'm transitioning.
Hey, whoa. No, go ahead. I'm gonna let you cook. Hold on. Don't make me break out the ISO.
I'm trying to do less ISOs in 2022 and 24. I hate being on that island by myself. It's a scary time. But what I'm saying is that on my Zoom video calls, because I go into the office here and there, every once in a while. But this last Friday, it was Black History Month, right? Mm-hmm. Starting shit off, second day in, we had like a little team call, right? And it's a Friday team call. It's not like a start to the week team call that we get on where we go through forecast shit. My boss just threw some ad hoc shit in there. Like, I want to just check in with the homies.
Yeah.
And so I get on there, dreads swaying. Big dread head on that motherfucker. You know what my boss had the audacity to say?
Oh, before you continue, is this a person of color?
Oh, my boss.
Yeah.
No. This is a good old boy, Christian God-fearing man from Texas.
Okay.
Love him to death. He's a great man.
He's a Caucasian man.
He's a very Caucasian man.
Okay.
So, he was very polite in saying, he goes, I'm not going to say my government name, but he goes, Wesley, I see you have your hair down today. You're being very loose.
Loose is crazy.
You feeling relaxed today, and I was like, shit. I ain't flexing with my month on them, but you know what I'm saying. Like I just felt in that time that I was able to let my hair down. Not no customer facing calls with my team. Obviously I don't have my hair up all the time, so I was letting that shit swing. And the fuck, nigga? If I want to let my hair down, nigga, I don't talk about you having no Johnny fucking from the block cut. Just some straight up Johnny Bravo looking ass hairstyle.
So do you like let your hair down Fridays, like a Jean Friday style?
Yes, but if I am not on a customer facing call or a prospect call, I don't ever have my hair down. You know what I'm saying? It's always ponytailed up, presentable, black corporate presentable.
Yeah. Whatever that means.
Yeah. Whatever that means. I don't coin the phrase. It's just
me neither.
It's just.
Okay. So what are the acceptable black corporate hairstyles?
Well,
is the Miles Morales the what's your boy called from Black Panther? The Killmonger? Is that an acceptable black corporate hairstyle?
See, they put a law in, I think a couple of years back. I forget exactly what it's called, but you can't discriminate against hair like this anymore.
I'm discriminating against the Killmonger haircut. I'm out on it.
You're on that side.
Yeah.
You're on that side.
Yeah.
Hey, to each his own. You gotta do what you gotta do. But I think
you come into the office with that.
Oh no. You listen.
The Killmonger.
You come in with the Killmonger with the frosted tips. The Killmonger with the frosted tips. We getting you out of here.
HR, we're gonna escort you out.
You're out of here.
But what are the acceptable black corporate haircuts?
I mean, obviously, number one is the fade.
Yeah, the Travis Kelce.
We're gonna talk about that.
Okay, my bad. Go ahead. The fade.
Yeah, the fade. The Travis Kelce is crazy. Getting that off immediately is
In Black
nuts.
History Month?
In Black History Month is crazy. But yeah, we'll go with the Travis Kelce because he's the cornerstone of that. Then next would be, I would assume, Steve Harvey.
The high top boxy joint.
Yeah, the high top Steve Harvey, which we have.
Principal Steve or
We're gonna have to go with Principal Steve.
or
which we
Kings of
found-
Comedy Steve?
Not, I got a problem with both of them because clearly it's fake, according to Kat. But like it is what
Shout
it
out
is.
Steve Harvey.
Shout out Steve Harvey. But so Steve Harvey, afro.
Like the Lenny Kravitz, like curly afro.
Yeah, curly afro. You could. There's some texture to it. You probably had your shit
put
relaxed.
some moisturizer,
You
yeah.
had your shit relaxed. I would even say just the simple braids would be
Like the Drizzy joints. I mean, Drizzy is the face of braids now.
Yeah, which is crazy. That a
Whatever.
light skinned nigga is the face of braids.
My
now.
brother in Christ be doing this colorism
Yeah,
on Black History Month already.
You're right. That's crazy for me. That's crazy for me.
Can't catch a
We're
break.
supposed to be united as a front on both things.
1 month, 29 days.
29
We got to be
days.
together.
Yeah, they gave us an extra one, motherfucker.
I'll take it.
All right.
So fro, fade, the braids.
And honestly, the Duke starting 5 is still
the baldy?
No. You remember when the Duke starting 5 was like you kind of had
the
the
Duke.
You don't remember that?
The big hair?
No, the Duke starting 5, like the whole Duke starting 5 basketball team back in the day. You remember that? Oh, you went
Bro, I'm
tapped
thinking
in.
of Fab Five, not.
Nah, yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm just saying, like, the Dukes, like, they called it was the Duke starting 5 because, like, every
What they call it?
nigga,
Where they call it that haircut?
I promise.
We from the same place. I ain't never heard that day in my life. The Duke starting
You think I'm
5.
just making shit up? It was the Duke star. It was
Nah.
the shit, niggas had the sponges.
Hey, editor, can you post a picture of that?
The Duke star. I got you. The Duke starting 5. Because niggas, it was back when I was like,
The LaMelo? The LaMelo haircut?
nigga, I ain't the Duke starting 5, but it's like, it's basically, when motherfuckers freak it with the sponge.
Oh, okay, the sponge cut. Okay, I know what you're talking about.
You get the sponge and you maybe got like 1 or 2 like little curlies hanging down, like, what I'm saying, from the top type shit. But that is, I think, acceptable. And then you naturally, before, I just always feel like, for me in general, when, I got locks,
Yeah.
So for me, do I think it's acceptable? No. But by law, it is acceptable now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'll never forget. I remember Kevin Samuel, R.I.P.
R.I.P. to God.
R.I.P. to God. He said,
Black men, if you want to move up into upper management, you are going to have to cut your dreads. You're going to have to become clean cut and represent the brand. See, a lot of black brothers think this is
in one of his clips, I have to find it. He was like, he's like, my brothers in Christ, if you ever want to climb the corporate ladder, the dreads got to go.
You gotta get the fade.
The fade
or the baldy.
The fade or the baldy.
However, though, if you are like a slightly overweight black dude in IT, you never have to have a shape up. Just go in there as you are.
well, look what your counterpart look like.
You rock a lanyard.
Yeah.
Maybe you got like some Pokemon cards in your backpack and a candy bar.
That's crazy.
That dude will beat the fuck out of you in Super Smash Bros.
Facts.
as like Marth.
Facts. Because Mario, they'll give you hands as one of the original characters.
But you need the black dude in the office without the shape up.
Of course. It makes me
He'll
feel.
hook you up.
It makes me feel better about myself.
For sure.
Because it's like,
I don't
damn.
look like that nigga.
You walk into the office, you might have that shit on, and then
sure.
I might, because niggas do have it on. It's like an exception of like being black and corporate. I gotta have that shit on.
gotta have it
There's
on.
never a time that like I cannot have that shit on if I walk into the office. But then it's like I can walk past the black sloppy dude in IT and be like, that nigga definitely don't have that shit on.
Yeah, but you need him.
Yeah, exactly. But like
Balance.
his metric to having that shit on is that as long as I don't have a polo on with a stain on it from
clean clothes.
the lunch that I ate from the next day, and I got deodorant on, I'm good. Because his
Clean
white
clothes.
counterparts is dressed like that.
For sure.
So that's just where I personally think. So I just thought, going back to what I was saying, I just thought it was crazy that mans was like, Oh, you got your hair let down today. You know, obviously didn't mean it in any sort of.
He's just trying to connect.
He just.
Thanks, Greg, for trying to connect.
You're just trying to connect with me because I'm the only one on the team.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That makes sense. I mean, the guys you did, I fucks with homie. I really do. But I just felt like that was the you know what threw me? You know, he saved himself because he wasn't like, oh, I see you got the braids let down.
You didn't call them braids?
Yeah.
Sometimes they call them braids.
Sometimes, 80% of the time they call them braids.
How do you lock up your naps? How do you twist the hair?
You get a drewski? Yeah, so how do you get it to lock up like that? No, that is crazy. But I kind of want to just jump on the fact that you personally called it Travis Kelce.
Shout out to Trav, man. UC Bearcat.
Like this is you. This is ISO on you.
No. I think Taylor Swift. I am a Swiftie. Shout out to Taylor.
Yeah. We got no gripes with the Swifties.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
We're a Swiftie podcast.
You know exactly. You know you belong with me.
I'm not gonna go as far as naming songs.
You weren't out here today. You're not tapped in with the Eras tour.
I'm just a hashtag Swiftie.
You just a hashtag Swiftie. Got you. So you not on the front lines.
I'm not on the front lines, but I'm supporting from the back.
From the back. Mm-hmm. Hey yo. Yeah.
I'll let you out that one. No flag on the play.
But I did think that was fucking crazy. And you know what? Somebody like Travis Kelce to be so in touch with the black community, because clearly he be having shit on. He's dressed so well. He's got the street gear on. You know what I'm saying? He's got it going. And for him not to be like, listen, this ain't the Travis Kelce. This the Temp fade. This the Boosie fade. You know? In Black History Month, no doubt. Homie been with more black women than I have.
That's crazy to put on record, but I'm gonna let you cook.
Is that a free space?
Yeah.
You know, like if you're not gonna be vulnerable, then like I'm
being vulnerable.
See, this is the problem. Niggas don't want to open up. You know what I'm saying?
So when you go to the barbershop, you said, "Let me line up my dreads up right here, and then give me the Travis Kelce on the side."
My barber would smack the living shit out of me.
I think that's just like how big fucking Taylor Swift is that she can date somebody. Mm-hmm. That person can have a haircut that originated who knows where.
The Boosie fade.
And then now it's named after that gentleman.
Mm-hmm. And
that's motion.
Does
anybody have more motion than Taylor Swift?
Does anyone have more motion than Taylor Swift? I mean,
tell me this. They're barely talking about the Super Bowl.
I haven't heard one sentence about the Super Bowl.
You know who's performing at halftime?
I mean, I know who's. I'm a person of color. I know who's performing at halftime. It's Usher.
Doesn't matter. Taylor Swift's gonna be there.
Exactly. It was the fact she turned down the Super Bowl. Now she's back at the Super Bowl. It's crazy, man. Look at God. Maybe Beyonce got more motion. Remember what month we in. But I'm biased. I just want to remind you so you address the topic correctly. Sure. But just remember what month we in and speak freely.
Brother, it's 11 other months in the year.
What you trying to say?
I'm saying Taylor Swift got more motion than Beyonce. On record.
On record with more emotion. I think so. And you know,
unfortunately, that white dollar goes pretty far.
I'm trying to get some more.
Listen, does Jay-Z got a haircut named after him? All right. So, you ever seen The Jigga?
No, but I seen the nigga.
I don't know. Shout out to you, Jay-Z, but I ain't never seen niggas rocking the
No,
Jigga.
I ain't never seen the.
Maybe there probably was a like a blueprint style fade.
No,
there was. I saw something on the interwebs about it a couple years back.
I'm telling you, it's always been the Boosie. I think it's always been the Boosie, and then the Temp. You know, which is the Boosie thing.
Fade for sure.
You know, I think no one has more motion than her from the simple fact of that she got What niggas that created swag surfing? What's that group's name?
The swag surf niggas.
I saw
Roscoe Dash?
Is Roscoe Dash a swag surf nigga? Now we look crazy.
Nah, keep going. I'm gonna look it up.
So, what I was gonna say is that I saw that on TMZ they jumped on Instagram Live, whatever their form of entertainment was, and was like, yeah, nah, like we, swag surf, it's the Taylor surf now, and it's just selling out. And it was like the first day of BHM, honestly. It was selling out and was like, oh no, like we would love to have Taylor, come and do a remix of the swag surf, and like give a verse. They were like, and like one of the dudes was like, she got to rap though. You know what I'm saying? Like, it saved it a little bit, said that she got a rap. But, like, they completely sold out. And I get it. Like, y'all haven't really been relevant. The only time that swag surfing is relevant is either when you at some type of event and swag surf come on and it just bring everybody together.
Lit, though.
Yes, so talk about emotion.
Bro, that'll turn the whole function upside down.
Like, I don't think... Talk about motion, that's a song that is guaranteed. You can play that at somebody's funeral.
I wouldn't mind if niggas swag surfed at my funeral.
Like, I might come out the casket.
Hey.
All right, we lit. But like, what do you think about that? Like, that's crazy. Like, the level. Like, do you think that's selling out, or you think that they smart for trying to capitalize on the bag?
I think the fact that I couldn't name who the artist was who sings swag surf, they probably need to sell out a little bit.
Just a little bit.
It's F.L.Y. That's the name of the group. Fast Life Youngsters.
Fast Life Youngsters. I was out here thinking it was somebody.
It was Roscoe Dash.
Yeah, I thought it was somebody.
R-O-S-C-O-E, Mr. Shawty, put it on me.
Talk about another one. Like, that's just another
That's
one.
That's the one.
But, yeah, like, I guess that's a smart move then.
If you give me the opportunity to sell out, I'm doing it instantly.
Yeah, if I can sell out for T Swift, I'm doing it. Put me on the record.
T Swift. I don't know. What will we do for Taylor Swift?
You gotta tiptoe around this because the Swifties is fucking crazy.
I'm a Swiftie.
Oh yeah. Facts. I mean, I'll suck her toes if I got to.
Okay, I was thinking about maybe carry some boxes on the tour, or I don't know, cater the food, or maybe be a security guard. But if you want to start with toe sucking, my brother in Christ, please go ahead.
He said nigga just jumped straight to toe sucking.
There were a lot of things in between. Low-key, Trap Kelsey gonna see you, bro. He might see you off those comments.
I swear. Hey, listen, if I ever get into a fight with a big nigga like that, I'm kicking shins. Ain't no rules in fighting, bro. I swear, I'm grabbing some dirt off the ground, I'm throwing it in his eye, and then we get into it.
Bro, that's a normal Sunday for him.
I forgot who I'm dealing with. It's an NFL player. It's basically like fighting a UFC fighter.
Pretty much. But like, bigger.
But in facts. Is room and I'm glad you caught it. I don't want to have to police the pauses.
No. It was my insurance policy.
Yeah.
I had to throw it in there.
But Vicar is fucking crazy. I just want you to understand that. But Vicar is fucking crazy. This is honestly because we're on the topic of Taylor Swift and Travis Kelsey, and I don't necessarily want to stay here the whole time, but she popping and we Swifties, so we can talk about her all day if we really want to.
Yeah.
What I want to know is that how does someone like Travis Kelsey, and I say this in the most respectful way.
It's a hypothetical. It's a hypothetical.
Yeah, it's a hypothetical question. How does someone like Travis Kelsey go from Catching Kelsey, and we saw where he bagged off Catching Kelsey. Mm-hmm. And once again, objectively speaking,
sure,
the Taylor Swift. I don't know. It's just like at one time. I don't even think it's at one time. I just think it's more of a everyone in the community. And when I say the community, I mean...
Boy, you tap dancing around this one right now. Go ahead, let it out. They gonna come for you either way.
And our community...
Queens or the Swifties? Which one? Who you want to make mad? Come on, let's
I
get it.
will leave it alone. I always want to leave it alone.
Nah, we pod.
I think if you look at the community, we've always, we got our ones, right? Where we're like, oh, cookout instantly. Like, and Travis is one of them. Nigga have flavor, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I just feel like Trav, blink twice if you okay.
Taylor's hot. You won't say much. All right, I'll talk. I'll drive here.
I did what I needed to
So
do.
let me give you a political answer.
Uh-huh.
Two of the biggest brands in the world. Travis Kelce isn't the biggest brand in the world, but he's on the most high prolific team in the NFL.
Correct.
That's massive.
Mm-hmm.
Taylor Swift is a mega star planet within her own right. You combine those two things together, that's easy money. They don't even have to be together for a long time. Get your check, go to the Super Bowl. Like, if I'm the NFL, I want women viewership more than I want my second kidney.
Yeah, I want women viewership more than I want both my kidneys. What are you talking about? That's what we talking about, Taylor Swift.
The money's on the table.
Check, please. I know who spends dollars.
Absolutely.
And it ain't black people.
That's crazy, bro. What? This is how I gotta do the rest of the podcast, because somebody got to balance this out. You sounded like goddamn Uncle Ruckus. No relations.
What we know that white blonde women in particular.
That's crazy. You went Aryan on me?
Huh?
You went Aryan on me? Are you the Führer? This is getting out of hand, man.
We just know that when money is to be spent, they're the ones on Amazon clicking all the wish list, buying everything.
I mean, yeah, you can definitely say white women drive some aspects of culture, for sure. I think even Jay-Z says something similar to that. And if I misquoted you, Jay-Z, don't
Oh, you got the goofy on. You good?
Yeah,
Yeah,
for sure. I'm saying.
You good.
I'm saying.
By the way, saying it for you.
Yeah, I might have butchered that. But that's probably something I shouldn't really know off the top of my dome anyway, so
Yeah.
let's move on.
I'm fucking dead off that. But my question to you is, I'm actually dead right now. I might need a second.
Pause the pod. We shall return after an intermission.
All I'm gonna say is that, what do you think? Like, would you be mad if Taylor Swift came down from the stands and did a little performance with Usher?
That would break the internet. Like, that's the viral moment. But what song?
I mean, she's not gonna be able to do Confessions.
Or You Don't Have to Call. Is there Usher? Like, what's the big Usher collapse? Does Usher have a song with Ashanti or something? Yeah, but they're all solo songs. I really don't want to hear a song with Usher and Taylor Swift anyway, respectfully.
You really don't. I thought you loved Taylor Swift. I thought you was
I'm a Swiftie.
But you just don't want to hear one with her.
Unless they have a new song, I'm ready to listen.
Unless they have a loop song, you ready to listen.
If they have a new song, I'll definitely listen.
Okay. You think
If she just went up there and like danced for a little bit, like Lil Mama did after the
after 50 came down, hanging upside down? Nah, it would be crazy.
if she just went up like and danced a little bit. Maybe she can do the national anthem.
You want to see Taylor twerk?
Yeah.
You think she can twerk? She can barely spike surf. Asking her to twerk is
She could probably shake a little butt.
okay.
tune in.
I mean, I would too. Anytime there's some butt shaking on the television,
Yeah.
I will tune in. On the topic of the Super Bowl, who do you got? Do you got?
As a Swiftie, I have the Chiefs.
I was gonna say, as a Swiftie, you have to have the Chiefs.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, all the money is on the Chiefs, and I mean, I think for me, I'm really with Patrick Mahomes' dad.
Oh yeah.
He's smoking on everything.
Yeah,
he smoked on Joe Burrow. He done smoked on that Josh Allen, and then you see when he beat Lamar. Yeah, this is a special blend. I'm smoking on that Lamar Jackson. I mean, I think it's too tough to
It's
go.
tough to root for the black quarterback. Super Bowl, Black History Month. I have the goofy on. I'm just gonna keep checking.
I'm rooting for the black quarterback.
Okay.
Trust me. I was rooting for the dark skinned quarterback last game.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I know, and everybody was.
We're not gonna practice this colorism, like I said, but yes, I was rooting for Lamar.
You're for Lamar. Okay, I got you. Listen, that's all that matters is that you were rooting for Lamar at that time, because if you were going to come in here in Black History Month, and it's like the thing is like you got to set it off right, because you got to understand something, Count. We're in the first days of Black History Month, so how you started off is more important than the time in the middle.
Bro, I woke up, I put on my cocoa butter.
Mm-hmm.
I played.
How'd your day start off today? I didn't even get into that.
Oh man, I woke up and ran.
White people activity.
That's crazy.
In the cold.
Yeah, I did run in the cold.
White people activity. Continue. I'm just, I wanted to double down on it, so continue. Yep.
I woke up, I ran, I went and watched a soccer game.
Oh.
Yeah, all right, go say it.
White people activity. European white people activity, nonetheless. Continue.
I took an e-bike to Manhattan.
Sure did. Oh, you e-biked all the way over here? See, that's dedication. See, that's some behind the scenes shit that I didn't even know about. He didn't tell me he was crossing a bridge.
Took me 2 hours to get here.
That's crazy. And I'm over here talking about white people activities. I'm sorry. I'm out of pocket. I'm out of pocket. I'm out of pocket. I'm out of pocket now. Like I understand. I understand. But yeah.
Shout out to Arsenal. My boys knocked it out 3-1.
Okay. Did you see anyone in the bar wearing the New Vision Pro?
Is it out?
Yeah.
Oh no, I haven't seen anybody.
You haven't seen anybody rocking it? You ain't.
Try and take it.
I mean, you robbing motherfuckers who got a Vision Pro.
Let me take the kufi off. Yes, I'm robbing. Let me put the kufi on.
I think if you take something from a white person in Black History Month, it's okay.
Calling it even?
Yeah. I'm trying
Reparations?
Anytime it's Black History Month, I'm getting my lick back. And I think that should be something that is just widely accepted. That this is our time. If you're going to, listen.
It's a slippery slope.
How is it slippery? They started the slope.
Yeah, they don't play fair, obviously. I think we got some history books to take a look at.
Fair. Obviously, they don't play fair. But I'm just saying, like, I think that when I walk into, what's crazy is that when you went to the office on the first day of Black History Month, right?
Yeah, they had cake in there. And I asked everybody, what's the cake for? And they said Mardi Gras. So it's not Mardi Gras. I actually said, what's the cake for? Black History Month? And it was like a movie scene where there are crickets. And everybody just kind of like.
Nobody said thank you, black man, when you walked into the door?
I was hoping for that, but.
Your work wife ain't say I love you, black man?
No.
See, these are like the little things that I'm telling you that need to happen.
I don't have a work wife yet.
You don't have a work wife?
No.
You don't have a work wife? This is interesting. Why? Is this a personal choice?
Oh, absolutely not. If I could have one, I would.
Like, do you understand like the dynamics of having a work wife and what that brings to your productivity in the office?
Absolutely. Give you a reason to go into the office.
Yeah. And why have you not secured the work wife?
I think there's one girl who works in our office who's my age. Ain't it?
Do you work like? Are you in a like? Is it like your building or is it one of those multiple floor? Like multiple.
We got a floor.
You got a floor and it's just your floor.
Yep.
Damn. See, because I was gonna say that you could potentially branch.
I think there's something to be found. Maybe an elevator in the lunch cafeteria.
Yeah.
Hummus again?
Yeah. Free Palestine.
Absolutely, free Palestine. So, you didn't bring me a treat this week? She had on the scarf?
She had the hijab.
Again, free Palestine. Swifties and free.
Listen, we all here for it. I'm just saying. But more importantly, though, I just want to go to like finding the work wife now is in this month, in Black History Month, is more prevalent than ever because you just got something like, oh yo, I'm going to this this little ERG function. You know, come kick it with me. You know,
For the
happy hour.
Yeah.
You know, the planned happy hour.
We got like a little young intern, but that's how you end up in like a Harvey Weinstein situation.
Yeah. Plus, like, you never really want to mess with the intern.
No, you don't.
Messing with the intern can get messy because it's like there's always a lane for them to go up and you.
You just go down.
You only go down when fucking with the intern.
You don't go. No, down.
You go down. Because when niggas find out you fucking with the intern, it's like, oh shit. Hey, nice. But then it's like behind your back.
This nigga fuck the intern.
You know what I'm saying? It's only, we talk about slippery slopes. That is the slipperiest of slopes. It's just no good thing.
We hiring. I hope we hire my work wife.
So, I think that in itself, like if you hire a new chick to come in, then there's just too much pressure because then it's like, oh, she's new, then she's looking at you more of kind of like, oh, you're showing me the ropes, and not like, oh, that's my work husband.
So you don't get both.
It's synonymous, huh? Well,
absolutely.
Okay, I'm okay with that, and that's fine. I'm a fan of that. I think that it's to be the most productive, you gotta have a work wife in your office.
For sure. Somebody to shoot the shit with.
Somebody, because I like shooting this shit with niggas all day, but I don't really like none of niggas I work with.
I don't like niggas in general.
I don't like niggas in general.
I had to make sure my kufi wasn't
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like realistically, I don't. Like, if you're going to the office, just it's like you ever see the Chris Paul meme where he's talking to the rep and he's like,
I swear
that's anyone who is in the office, you know that's how it is. Because
absolutely.
Have you ever chilled with your so-called work friends outside of work?
Oh yeah.
I'm talking about on a Saturday.
Yeah.
You have. Mm-hmm. Oh, you different, nigga. It's always like, let's plan it, but like, oh yeah, we should definitely.
Never happens.
Never happens, and that's the way it should always be. They should never get to see me in the light of, oh, that's how Wes get down on Saturday. But that's not how I don't get down on Saturday.
I think it's a little different in startup culture.
True.
Like if you work, when I worked for a very large company, never. Mm-hmm. But like if you come in with a class or you work at a startup, I mean, we might drink in the office.
Yeah, I remember when I worked at a startup, we were drinking in an office, and it was. You
have nothing to gain by doing that, by the way.
Oh no!
You want to talk about a slippery slope?
Yeah, no, that could definitely lead to slippery slope. Like I've drank in the office and it started. And the first startup I had was so young, so it was like, oh yeah, like I will maybe go out with some of these like work individuals. I once again said it would happen. Let's link up on Saturday. Never. But I will tell you what happened. One time I was in Hoboken and I ran into some of my work coworkers like individually, like two, like they were both separately.
In the same spot.
Yeah, in Hoboken, doing their thing. And I ran into them and I was just like, they was trying to chill with me because respectfully, like, why not?
Yeah, absolutely.
But for me, it was like, still, what I'm saying? Like, let me go do my thing. I'm trying to, I ain't trying to let you see me in this light.
Or like, hey, in the office, can't believe we saw you last week. You took so many shots. Damn, you should have been kissing that girl up in the mouth. You had makeup all over your face.
Like, and then imagine you trying to get some, I'm sick, like, on a Sunday, and I can't. Oh, I was out with Buddy on Saturday. He was buying the bar shots.
That's actually happened to me.
You see the slope that you start to go down when you start to hang out. And, like, kudos to you. Like, that ain't me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, kudos to you. That ain't me. You already on white people activities running outside in the cold. So you
But who I went out with was actually my black coworker.
See, that's different.
Now it's different. Okay. Now it's different.
You ain't tell me your brother was involved.
Yeah, nah.
You ain't tell me it's Black History Month. You literally withheld that piece of information.
I think it's important, like, if you're in the office, and especially if you're young, black, and corporate, if you find that other black person that you can just try and befriend, even if you don't hang out,
yes,
just having that solidarity makes it so much easier for both of you guys' experience.
100%. Like, it's one of those things is like, you will all, like you said, the solidarity, you can always relate on something that's going on
at some level.
For example, I'm sure that your conversations with your black coworker when Lamar Jackson was playing against Patrick Mahomes was, oh shit, obviously we fucking with Lamar, you know what I'm saying? We fucking with Kodak, and how that conversation went between you two. And then when he lost, when y'all came in, it was like, damn, bro.
Guess we got Patty now.
Yeah, guess we got Patty now. Now, on the other side, where it's like, oh, if he was like a white coworker, oh man, Lamar Jackson, right? Not, I guess he's not really a quarterback after all, huh?
Good old running back.
Yeah, it's just you feel me? And it's like it's not like the also when you have like that black coworker that you can relate to and chop it up with and like have that rapport with. New Benny the Butcher came out last.
I know you heard it.
Of course. Hey, you fucking with that new, like maybe you don't say it, you fucking with that new Benny because you're still in the office setting. Yeah. But like, hey, you listen to that new Benny? You know what I'm saying?
You
it's
heard
like
the Usher Taylor Swift? Shit crazy.
You know what I'm saying? It's like it comes off more natural than instead of, Chad from the marketing going, hey, count.
You see the Arsenal game?
It's the level set thing.
You gotta balance on both lines. You gotta get a little bit of both. You need the Chad conversation, so when it's time for those promotion talks.
Of course. Listen,
that's why you golf. Right?
Of course. I got the clock. I got 2 sets of these motherfuckers.
Tiger Hood.
And come on now. I put a 19. Go play a cool 18 real quick. I think that but like it's way too valuable to be able to actually code switch and do it well.
Yeah.
Like we can, like, all jokes aside, we break it down or whatever, but being black in the corporate world really is coming down to that ability to code switch in a way that it feels authentic.
Yeah.
And it doesn't feel like, this doesn't feel like his authentic self.
Absolutely.
To where some people I feel like that look like us, they get in a corporate setting and they know what to do, but they just don't do it.
I've seen it 100 times, honestly.
Yeah. And it's unfortunate because it's like half the battle is getting it. you know. But maintaining it is a long way. Knowing how to move up that corporate ladder is more important than just having just being the black person.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, I think you want to move up the corporate ladder to help bring others come up with you.
Yes. Well, and let me backtrack here. Not just move up the corporate ladder, because some, for me, for example, I never see myself going into management. You know,
really,
I don't want to be in management. My corporate.
How can you escape management?
So my corporate path, for me, how I see it is I'm in sales, right?
Yeah.
So it would be, okay, the next level of that sale, right? Being on bigger accounts, and then elevating to the next biggest accounts, to a point where they go, okay, Wesley or Wes, we know that you're our closer. You don't even have to, pipe gen, don't give a fuck about it. Prospecting, don't give a fuck about it. We got Sarah, and we have Sarah working this huge deal with Nike.
Sure.
We want to bring you in to help close it. We're bringing you in, you're the closer. And I only bring me in on the big, white label, big accounts. You know what I'm saying?
That's when you stop.
The big deals. No. So then, what it elevates to after this, because I've seen it. The reason why I can go through this is because I've seen this path, says that, okay, now that's one part of it too. You know what it elevates to now? Oh, you're so good that you're, from now on, we just pay you to come on the big deal, still a salaried employee, right? Cushy salary, whatever, right? Now it's hey, we want you to maybe give sales trainings, or talk to me, go around doing the public speaking for the sales, the SKOs, and doing that, giving the teachings, you know, and that's where I, and it would be some cushy fucking title, something or another, but it's I'm not managing people. And I'm not in on, and they literally just call me in because they know I can get shit done, and they know that I can, give people walk you through a training full of new hires, and hey, this is what works. Implement this.
Why would you want to manage people? What's your hesitancy there? To be responsible for somebody else's success, or to be measured based on your ability to manage?
No, I don't think that. I've had shitty managers. I've had exceptional managers. My manager right now is an amazing manager. I think that being in the management from a sales perspective, you might as well just be on the front lines, because now my quota is attached to, oh, okay, well, I have 5 reps, right? Only 2 of my reps are hitting quota. One of them is 75% of the way there. One person is 45%, and the other person hasn't sold anything for whatever. And that all rolls up to my quota. And now that's reflected on me and my management skills. And how do you get it done? Because clearly it's it's never on the seller, because they'll have the higher salary. They'll cut me and put somebody else in management if they think they can get it done, right? But they can also
You can always hire and fire based on that. You hire the good talent, you fire the low performers.
Yes.
So you would manage that.
That's true.
It's you build your own team.
I've just seen it. And listen, different strokes for different folks. I'm just telling you, this is my preferred path.
Absolutely.
This is my preferred. This is how I see it as, Wesley Keith moving forward, up how I would want to.
Your ideal situation.
My ideal situation within the corporate ladder. Of course. Now, this could be very different from someone else's ideal, someone else in corporate America who would want to go up the corporate. I just don't think that that's something that I would want to do. If someone goes, hey, you're a great year-over-year seller, we really want you to be in management, this is the path, we want you to take this job, here's 200 plus K to do it, I'm not going to say no.
Right.
Because in the day, then if I say no,
Money's on the table.
The money's on the table, you know, like you say no sometimes, then it's like, oh, he turned this down, and now this is where we wanted to move him because we wanted to move somebody else there. Well, maybe we just move you out the door.
I hear you.
I've also seen it that way as well. But I think moreover, before we kind of got to like what I think my ideal way up the corporate ladder is I don't even think that like you need to look at it as being like black in the corporate world about obviously take what I'm about to say helps you move up the corporate ladder, right? But I think it's knowing how to navigate in these networking spaces within your corporate company is going to help you get to where you want to be easy, like more readily available and easily. For example, I was at SKO. There's this woman. I'm not going to say her name.
Say her name.
Say her name.
Say her name.
Drop it real quick. Boom. But she, year over year, high performer in like management, loves me to death. Good old white lady, right?
Shout out to her.
She wants to bring me to meet her kids, yada, yada, yada.
Her daughter?
Yeah. Well, she ain't got a daughter, but it didn't sound like if she did, it would be off the table.
Fair.
You know what I'm saying?
Left a good impression.
It left a good impression. You know what happened? She took me. She goes, oh my God, I need you to meet the GVP. I was 3 months into this job. She introduced me to the GVP. My manager at the time, who was standing there with me, because I was with my manager when I was talking to this lady, my manager and I walked away, and she goes, I've been in this company for 8 years. That was my first time ever having a conversation with the GVP.
Wow.
Is knowing how to navigate in these spaces and network in these spaces to where you meet the right people, that when the time comes now, when I'm seeking a promotion, my statistics and my numbers all look great. And now I know the people that will vouch for me.
Yep. Executive sponsors.
So I was just, I feel like I didn't want to.
I'm with you.
We got on a little road, but I felt like when we're in this space, we want to make sure that we're helping our people of color.
Well, I'm going to add to that as well.
In this time.
That's Wes's advice.
Yeah, of course.
Which I agree with.
Yeah, of course. You got to get your own flavor. Like everything that I say ain't right, nigga. It's who's to say for a reason.
Which I agree with. I would say in conjunction.
Of course.
As you go and network and meet executive sponsors, extremely important. While you meet these executive sponsors, figure out what they do and figure out what their problems are and see if you can try and solve them. Those two things together will take you wherever you want to go.
Exactly.
And obviously we haven't gone wherever we want to go. We wouldn't be here. But the things where I've seen the most success is, yes, I did network and I met somebody and they taught me a different way of how their business works, whether that be from a product standpoint, whether that be from a sales standpoint, whether that be from an engineering standpoint, whether that be from an operational standpoint. Hey, you work in operations? What bullshit do you deal with on a daily basis? Cool. Teach me more about it. Cool. How would you fix it? And just walk away.
Yeah.
And then if you can follow up with that person with some insight or some ideas, or just show that you were able to retain that, you can either take it back to your team, take it and use it, internalize and turn it into something else.
I mean, it's true. And I just want to like preface this for, the viewers listening, for where like you have a very great opportunity from listening to what we have to present to you, because it's like you're getting two sides of it. Like I'm literally just in sales. Like I'm gonna give it to you how a sales nigga gonna give it to you. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm trimming the fat and I'm getting right to it, and there's gonna be some bullshit sprinkled on top of it. Like I'll call a spade a spade.
Yeah.
This is my operations guy. This is IT. He's analytical. He's by the numbers. He's gonna tell you, he's problem solver. I ain't trying to solve no problem. I'm trying to cash checks, nigga.
But you do solve problems as
solve
sales.
problems. I do solve problems sales. I'm not gonna undermine what I'm saying. I'm just saying that, like, it's bare. You get two lens. You're getting two different lenses.
Yeah.
Of what to look for. So it's always great to kind of like hear what I see and how to kind of navigate this world between being black in corporate sales and how you think it is, being black in, the technology and a product management and product specialist and like IT and like coding and shit.
Absolutely.
So, and I feel like that's not something that you ever really truly get, more so.
I mean,
moreover,
if you can go into the office and focus on learning your business and the way that you pursue, like, let's say you play football, the way that you practice, take that same intensity into work.
Yeah.
The way that you train or you run, take that same intensity into work. And as long as you do that, go be yourself. Go wear your hair the way you want to wear it. If you make a business money and you help them achieve their profit, you can do whatever the fuck you want. Like, go in, be a consummate professional, learn your business, make friends. Bro, go in, wear a fucking do-rag.
Well, hey.
Listen, if they look at the margins and they say, this is the person that increased our margins because XYZ, it doesn't matter what the fuck you do. Like, don't get too caught up in like, oh, like, I'm black and corporate and I don't know what people are gonna think about me. I shouldn't talk this way. I shouldn't act this way. Go into a sales meeting. Yeah. And you don't go into a sales meeting with your hair a certain way or a wrap on.
Nigga.
But if you could do that and it's sold, then you would do it every time.
Every time.
It just doesn't sell.
No, it doesn't. Well, I know it sells.
Exactly.
I know it sells. I was in the barbershop the other day. After I got my shit retwisted because I have to look, with the locks, you have to maintain them to look professional. Yeah. In the sense, right? So I got them retwisted. I went to my barber. Gave me the Travis Kelce. Said, Travis Kelce on the sides, keep everything else. You know what I'm saying? And then we were talking about my facial hair, and I had let my goatee grow out a lot more. And all this shit, and like in my mustache.
Like, you want me to clean it up professional for you?
Yeah. So no, he trimmed it down like how I usually have him do. And I go, you know what? Shave it all off. He goes, why? And I go trim the mustache down a little bit more too, because I know my bag when I get in front of a prospect. Yeah. My bag is that I really want them to like be like, oh, innocent.
He's a good guy.
Good guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then
I want him to meet my daughter.
Well, I want him to not date, but definitely meet.
Just meet.
That's
all I said.
Yeah. I'm sorry. That's what they said. Yeah. So it's speaking of meeting and daughters, you got any free Valentine's Day game for the homies? I feel like this is a time of year, they put this in Black History Month, Valentine's Day. So it's like sometimes it gets anything they can do to overshadow us, right?
For sure.
So since it is something, but like with it being Valentine's Day coming up, I feel like, I folded a couple of times. I've had from some unsuccessful Valentines and women mad at me for, not holding, a certain bar. You got anything that, or something that the fellas should do? What do you think the Swifties will want?
I think it just depends on your budget. So I'm going to give you of
course,
a budget and then a creative. Mm-hmm. If you're on a budget, go to Walmart, go to Bodega, go anywhere where they have flowers. Just get roses. Yeah. It will cost you $20. Mm-hmm. Okay. Find any like chocolate store and get chocolate. That's you don't have to do anything. Flowers, chocolate, and if you want to cook at the crib,
I'm about to say that's the game right there.
Easy, and just entertain.
Listen, get you some
$30 max you spent.
Let me tell you, this is how you do it right now. You want the game? Here come the game right now. Give me the ISO. Give me the ISO.
Let you cook.
No, let the niggas know. Get the ISO. Get the ISO. Nigga. Get the ISO real quick. So I'm gonna tell you how y'all do it. Look at me when I tell you. So you real smooth, like, baby, come over. You send her some flowers, right, to her. It's either her work, she work from home. You send her to her crib. She get the flowers real early.
Is this the budget joint, or is this just that we going a little above and beyond?
No, this is the budget.
Okay.
Yeah, like delivering flowers just not. I've done it. It's not like crazy expensive. I feel like this could be all within $100.
Okay, we got $100. We can get crazy.
Yeah, I bet.
Go ahead, I'm gonna let you cook
It's
something.
all within $100. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Send the flowers, whatever. Then you let her know, hey, come over. I got dinner at my place, right? Tonight I want to cook. I want to cook for you. You come in, she opened the door. You got rose petals laid out from the door to the kitchen, from the kitchen to the bedroom, from the bedroom to the bath, right? Mm-hmm. Get this. She smell you. You got some Marvin Gaye, whatever your R&B bag in. Trust me, it gotta be in the R&B bag. It gotta be in the R&B bag. Something smooth, something seductive, right? Mm-hmm. All right, cool. She smell. Don't fuck up the dinner though. And if you can only make something simple, just make something simple. Throw it in the air fryer. Whatever. And be almost done with dinner too.
Have it 5 minutes ready from being done.
Yeah.
Let's put it in the microwave.
Yeah, thanks. Always be done with it too. So then after that, right? It's like, okay, cool. You serve it up to her, whatever, right? Y'all eat the dinner. Cool. Run it over. Show her the bath. You got the water running, rose petals going. You got the little bone. You got the bath bomb in that bitch. You know what I'm saying? Real seductive, like, you like, go ahead and get comfortable in there. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And then you go get in the bath with her. Y'all take a little bath together.
Okay. Water's spilling out. Let's assume this is a big bathtub.
Yeah, sometimes, and if it is, nigga, the messier the better. You know what I'm saying? And from there, you know what I'm saying? You do what you gotta do from the rest of the night. I ain't gonna tell you how to get yams, but that's
fellas. An easy meal you can make for your girl. You can get fucking spaghetti noodles for $1.
Oh, you want niggas on the oots and noodles?
Nah, let me cook.
My bad.
Garlic, butter, lemon juice, and if you want to be like an Instagram chef, throw some parsley on there, and then pick a protein. It's done in 10 minutes. Throw some red chili flakes on there for the green and the red balance. It's delicious. It's light, and it's cheap.
Hey, cheap is for me.
Yeah.
And that's all that matters.
And then when it comes to getting gifts, a gift that a woman can use to give to someone else. So like think of a knitting kit or like a pottery kit or something that she can make. It's always a win. Whether it's a little storybook or the coloring books, like give her an activity. Most people are burnt out on being on their phones all day.
Did you say coloring book?
Yeah.
We're going to talk off pod. I had a shorty ask me for a coloring book.
This ain't my first rodeo.
Hey, that's real game right there. I ain't gonna hold you. You see, I was over here, kind of tapped in, kind of tapped out, like scrolling some shit just to make sure we was on par. I heard niggas say coloring book. I go, hold on. Hey, he really talking to you right now. I'm just continue. My bad.
Free game. That's it.
That's it. Hey, listen. Telling y'all, Valentine's Day is very simple, very easy to please a woman. But you never want to feel a woman's fury from not
having Valentine's.
From them not.
It's always the thought
appreciated.
that counts.
Yeah, and the thought that counts. Am I? Let me come.
Nah, you got it.
Right.
You got it.
Nah, 100%. I wanted to ask you. There's a lot of things. We obviously see that. There's been a lot of live adaptations from animes that have been going out recently.
Like the Avatar joint. Did you see it?
No, yeah, coming out February 2020.
Oh, okay, it's not even out yet.
Yeah, so they dropping that Black History Month. They know their demographic. And then also, you have the live action One Piece that is actually successful. One of the actually only successful live action anime that I've seen, come together. Let's flip it though.
Okay.
What would we want to see that's live action turned anime? I'm gonna start low hanging fruit.
Okay. Start first.
Game of Thrones. I think a Game of Thrones anime adaptation would be fucking insane, and I think that there's a bag that could be got into because since they botched the end of the season,
yes,
now they can wait for whatever fat man with the beard is George R.R. Martin to finally pick up the pen and put down a Twinkie and finish the whole.
I'm just excited at the thought of a Game of Thrones anime.
That'd be crazy.
Fire.
It'd be crazy.
Yes.
I don't know if you ever been tapped into True Detective.
This is True Detective. Season 1, greatest television of all time.
Of all time. I think a live action True Detective, an anime version of True Detective would be amazing.
Fire.
I think just like a detective. I've seen
like a standalone film or episodes.
It could be episodes or it could be a standalone film. However they want to do it. This is free balling. I just think that facts. I can't free ball in my own crib.
Now go ahead. True Detective anime.
I think that would be fucking great because I've seen a lot of detective anime that it's fire. Mm-hmm. It's not like on the fantasy aspect of it, like ninjas and shit like that. What else?
Death Note kind of feels like a detective.
Kind of,
or like Mob Psycho. It's like how it goes.
Yeah, exactly. But it's still some spirituality shit to or like kind of like out of this world shit to like Mob Psycho. But fire. So those are definitely two that I would want to see. I'm thinking of another one. Maybe this would have to be like a movie, and made to like anime, but maybe Succession.
Okay.
Maybe Succession. I don't know how well that would bode because Succession really is a lot of.
It's very dialogue heavy.
Dialogue heavy.
There are some dialogue heavy. I mean, maybe it can be a manga.
It could be a manga.
Yeah.
So, that's definitely one.
I like those three.
I would try to say something superhero based, but they already do animated shit with the superhero based on the DC. So but that's like super low hanging fruit. I'm trying to think of something else that I've watched recently. Or not even recently. A movie that I would love to see animated? Pulp Fiction.
Okay, that's what I had from my list.
I would love to see, because of how the story of Pulp Fiction is told and it bounces all over the place. I think that could be done in a very creative manner with anime. And then just definitely just kind of like the style of how they would do drawings and shit. So I think that would be extremely creative. So those are the ones just like off top. And y'all let us know what you would like to think is as well would be great.
100%.
But you got any others that you would kind of
Yeah, Pulp Fiction definitely for me, and I love to see it in that like Cowboy Bebop art style.
Yeah.
And again, you say Game of Thrones, and I said Lord of the Rings, and that Studio Ghibli like fantasy.
Man, an animated Lord of the Rings would be fucking trouble.
Give me a movie, a Hobbit.
Yeah.
TV show, Lord of the Rings movie.
The lore and the fan base is there.
Absolutely.
The fan base is there.
And I think the last one that I would do would be a James Bond.
Wow. A James Bond anime would be fucking dope. And see, then niggas can get away from recasting Bond. They don't got to worry about him being a black dude no more.
Just make it.
Just make it.
And it'd be like, have you ever seen the old Lupin animes?
I was just thinking like some Lupin the Third shit.
So
like,
Lupin the
way
Third style.
more smoother.
For
way
sure.
Suaver, because you can even get into that bag more with him being like animated, It's like
push the line a little bit.
Exactly. I got another one that I think would be great. Actually, three more that I think would be great.
Let's keep
Because I
going.
thought about it. Yeah, let's keep going. Snowfall. Have you ever tapped into Snowfall?
Absolutely.
A Snowfall, like
Give me more dope black protagonists in
yes,
animes.
bro. Like, you know, some
Franklin?
Franklin animated, and like that story animated, just kind of like the violence and like the gun violence around that, and just the character. Because I think one thing is that, you know, people kind of like get away from with an animated thing. It's like, oh, it's, you know, like the animation style is like all great, and you know, it's like really like action based. That I think that people don't really understand, and you know, I'm going on a limb here, is that a lot of what goes on in anime is that these have very intricate character developments.
Absolutely.
And I think that seeing, you know, if you've watched Snowfall, you know that the character development of Franklin Saint is probably one of the best character developments in television history. Like ever. And I think that just being able to freely do that in an animation style would be great. So I think that would be great. Not only just that gang lore in an animation style would be amazing. And just drug dealing. I don't think I've ever seen like drug dealing in anime.
Fire.
I think drug dealing in anime would be crazy. Next, let's say Sopranos.
Are there any mob animes out there? There probably is. There's an anime for everything.
There's
But
anime
give me some more of that.
Yeah, give me some more. Yeah, give me some more of that. Give me some more. Some fucking. I want the fucking the pasta visual. You know what I'm saying? I want. Let's see this shit. I want some Fat Tony fucking anime.
I need that.
Godfather.
Oh man.
You know, maybe people wouldn't think that the third movie sucks so much if they animated.
Give me Godfather 3 animated, and I'll go see it in theaters.
Exactly. Awesome. And then I think lastly, what I was going to say, that just because when I thought about Snowfall, it led me to The Sopranos, led me to Godfather. Last but not least, The Wire.
So I see a kind of theme with these.
Omar coming. Animated would be crazy. Would be
Spinning the block as an animated.
crazy. Would be crazy. So I mean, like, that's just kind of like where personally, like, ones that I would love to see.
Yeah.
And, you know, I don't know what goes into the whole animation process and what drives these, but like, I feel like anime is one of the last art forms that people are having original ideas in.
Absolutely.
So, you know, and like in the media world, motherfuckers are so thirsty to do a Kung Fu Panda 7.
Yeah.
You know, how about we take something, if you're going to remake something or make a sequel or something, let's just take something and animate it.
Absolutely.
Motherfuckers will show up. I personally think motherfuckers will show up, especially because the anime culture is clearly, vastly has been growing.
Oh, it's always been about the storytelling as well, right? Because you mentioned that character development from the very beginning. And I think what anime does well, and some shows do this well too, but there's usually just a protagonist in the show and there's an antagonist, and then it's like good guy versus bad guy. There's a peak in the middle, and then it gets resolved. But anime is like, think of Attack on Titan, where it's like, yeah, we have our protagonist, but our protagonist is actually our antagonist, and our antagonist is actually our protagonist.
That's Snowfall.
Yes.
That is Snowfall.
The concept of the anti-hero.
The concept of the anti-hero, and I'm not saying that, you know, Attack on Titan is Snowfall. I'm saying, like what you just said, count. Is like the concept of the anti-hero is literally kind of how they build you up in Snowfall. With Franklin saying it's the same way they build you with Eren Yeager. It's like you look at Franklin and you're like, oh man, you know, this was just a nigga trying to get a buck, like trying to better himself. Towards the end, it's like, bro, you got bodies.
Yeah.
Bodies. Him, her, you. Like, you know, it's just like one of those situations where, you know, like, towards the end, it's like, I really didn't feel, spoiler alert, I didn't feel bad about Franklin becoming an alcoholic at the end, because it's just like, you know, it was a vice that happened. I didn't feel bad about kind of how like his story developed, just the same way. I don't know if you finished Attack on Titan.
No.
I'm not going to say how it ends then. You know, so I'll leave that as your to do.
That's my homework.
That's your homework.
Yeah.
So I think that this is a topic that we could come to a lot and just talk about
There's a lot of things that can use an anime adaptation.
adaptation, honestly. And just like I said, y'all let us know too. We want to know. Like if we get enough people talking about it, that's how it works.
Yeah.
You get enough people talking and asking, they'll do it.
Give me an anime adaptation of Dodgeball, Will Ferrell,
That would
and Ben
be
Stiller.
hilarious.
Give me some more funny animes.
That would be insane.
I think One Punch Man is the anime that I laugh the most to. Is there one for you that like you will laugh out loud?
Yeah, I would say that JJK does it. The first season of JJK did it a lot for me.
Yeah.
Second season, like, started going down darker path.
got more
for sure.
serious.
Got more serious. But just because, like, they called back, like, just the jokes that they would get off and they called back to a lot of things in pop culture made it, like, funny to me. Like, also Mob Psycho is hilarious because I think they're
super
from
funny.
like the same, they're from the same creator.
Did you ever watch Samurai Champloo?
Of course.
That's another one.
Yeah.
Where I get a good laugh out of it.
Yeah, and it's also dope as hell too with what they
Art
do.
style.
Yeah, Gary art style and just how the way they tell those characters, like this character story, and it's hella action based too.
Afro Samurai is another one. Did you see that? It's voiced by Samuel Jackson, and RZA did some shit with the music. Oh, okay, not a funny one, but since it's Black History Month,
Yeah, go ahead. Over to Lululemon. Nigga took. I want y'all to understand something.
Nigga Lululemon.
Nigga took the kufi off for the Lululemon.
that's crazy.
That's like
That's crazy.
it's just optics.
But there was, do you know who Flying Lotus is? The producer?
Yes.
He made a show, Yasuke?
Yakuza.
No. Yasuke on Netflix about the first Black Samurai.
Yes,
Did you
yes. I
watch that?
watched that.
With the black necks.
I gotta go back and rewatch that.
Fire.
I wasn't in love with it the first.
A lot of people didn't love it, but it was very visually interesting, and
Yeah.
the soundtrack was dope.
So I mean, I'd be like, yes, more. We definitely need more black representation.
Not niggas with pink lips and fucking
Yeah,
strung out
Mr.
afros.
Popo head ass niggas.
Yeah, come on,
Yeah, we
guys.
need more black representation.
Come on, guys. Give
in
us better black characters in anime, and don't just, and video games too. Don't just give them the Miles Morales Killmonger haircut. I'm tired of it.
I am. I really am. I'm tired of it. Give us the Travis Kelce fade.
Yeah, give
Give us a clean lineup. Clean Travis Kelce. Taking the kufi off for the Lululemon again is insane. You could wait for the camera to go off. You really could. You really could.
Shout out to Lulu and my Swifties, man.
I want to ask you, because I feel like we're coming to a wrap here.
Yeah.
Unless unless you want to get some flavor on something, you let me know.
I'm just podding.
What's going on this week? What's outside? Hit that light though, real quick, because it got
getting a little dark.
The sun started setting on young black individuals.
Yeah, this week we got Please Tell Me Run Club up in Williamsburg. Mm-hmm. That's gonna be a vibe.
White people activity.
Yeah, but let me add some more color to that.
Yeah, please. This is the time to add color to it.
Yeah, absolutely. It's like a non-pretentious running club.
Pun intended.
For sure. It's a non-pretentious running club, whereas, I've been to a running club and you see people and they don't speak and, everybody's running way too fast and it's super competitive. I think what we wanted to do, and I'm putting together me and a couple of homies, is like, how can we create a space where it doesn't matter what gender you are, what race you are, how fast you run, if you're in shape, if you're not in shape, pull up, we run for 30 minutes, you make some friends, you eat, you have a beer, and you go home. Mondays fucking suck most of the time.
Yeah.
Get out, hang out with some cool people, listen to some good music, get a quick workout in, and you feel good about your week.
Okay. I love that.
And then I think towards the latter end of the week, Brooklyn Museum's got this Alicia Keys and Swizz Beat exhibit. And they've got a collection of nothing but black artists. I'm gonna put the kufi on you this time.
Facts, please, because Lord knows I need it.
So you're gonna pull up there and check it out, man. Show some love to some black artists. What about you? What you got?
So going
Where we
down,
outside this week?
going down. And I gotta pull this up. Going down on February 10th. One of our favorite DJs, Nas Leber, is got an event.
Where they at?
And they got an event out called the Sweat Party NYC. And this is at
Oh, yeah, I always like how they do their ads.
I love how they do their
Their
ads.
promos. Let's pull up.
Let's pull up. It's a No Sweat event, December 12th. Open bar, 10 to 11. Hosted by Nas Lever, you know. It says invite only, but you got to hit the guest list. So hit Nas.
Okay.
So hit Nas Lever. But we going to be there. I'm going to DM Nas, see if we can get in this. But it's, you know, it looks like it's going to be lit. It looks fire. So that's where we're going to be at on Saturday for sure. I seen this and I definitely. And, you know, we'll wait. Another DJ for y'all to follow to kind of where we'll be outside. Another one's Brandon Blue. These are like, I feel like a lot of, this is something that Count put me on, is that, you know, you got a lot of bars. I know some people aren't really into the EDM scene or like the kind of that electronic. I mean, you're kind of looking within Manhattan at least, because you can go to Brooklyn and get that flavor all you want, you know, hip hop, right? Then the Manhattan scene, these are two DJs that you can follow that they do a great mix of mixing in relevant hip hop, not like, you know, Meek Mill.
I like Meek Mill.
Yeah.
Listen to those guys' music, man. Too. Those guys are good music.
Brandon Blue, Nas Lever. Listen to them. Get right with that. They're it's great. So that, and just follow them on IG, because if you follow them on IG, you'll see where they're at, and that's most of the time where we're outside. Because like I said, when we come to in, I live in Hoboken, Count lives in Brooklyn. Sometimes we meet in the middle when we link up in Manhattan. The city never sleeps, and we go to where their functions are at. 'Cause usually their functions are, those are our two primary. As we get through, kind of y'all tune in more, we'll give y'all more DJs that we follow. We'll start with them because them was the first two that we really started kicking with on the regular.
Absolutely. My first week in New York, I think we went to back-to-back parties of theirs.
Yeah, and it was up. So one more thing that I saw that was interesting, and I meant to bring this up.
What's up?
So, you know, because this goes back to the Super Bowl. Mm-hmm. So, and we both on the Chiefs, right?
Yep.
So, do you remember Super Bowl? I don't know what number Super Bowl it was, but when it was Nick Foles versus Tom Brady and Meek Mill had just got out of jail.
Yeah.
And the whole thing around that city was bumping Dreams and Nightmares,
sure.
right? And do you remember them coming out of the tunnel to Dreams and Nightmares, and the whole Philly bench just getting up? And at that moment, I said to myself, I go, they're not losing this game.
Yeah.
Like, it's just like that. That's the energy. Like, that's how they're coming out. They're not losing this game.
Chiefs coming out the Bad Blood by Taylor Swift?
They might lose. Actually, no, that's fire.
That's hard.
That's fire.
That's hard.
But I will say what I was going with it is that you know how, you know, Debo and Trent Williams be having the boom box. Nah, not even that, bro. You know, because they said they don't switch it up. Like if a song they went off the song, they don't switch it up. Mm-hmm. So right now it's Father, I'm sorry. They young boy. They ain't a young boy back. They be, fuck that nigga. You know what I'm saying? So it'd be crazy. But I'm saying is that if they switched it up for the Super Bowl, I know it's superstitious, but if they switched it up and came out to Famous, like Kanye, and you see where I'm going with this, right? I still feel like me and Taylor could have still had sex. Why? I made that bitch famous. If they came out to that on the boombox,
that's petty.
It's petty, but
that's
like
petty.
It's petty, but like if they came out to that, I made that bitch famous and rub it on the boombox. I mean, listen.
Nah, don't do that, 49ers. Don't do that.
That's the
Mr. Swifty says no.
Mr. Swifty is crazy. My fellow 49ers fans, y'all got a week to make sure y'all tap into Debo and Trent, because they the ones that run that boombox and try to get them to bump Famous. They Come Out the Famous. You heard it here first. Come Out the Famous by Kanye West. Guaranteed 49ers win. Book it.
Have you seen the video of Future performing Tony Montana? That's what they need to come out to.
Hey, I mean, listen.
That's an all-time song right there. That's some OG Future.
But listen, y'all got where we at this week. We're gonna be outside with it.
You're gonna see more of us too. More content coming. A lot of dope shit coming.
A lot of dope shit coming. On the page, on the TikTok, on the YouTube, on the IG.
Discord, stream.
Discord. I'm trying to set up the streaming for Fortnite.
We'll get there.
You see it, we'll get there. We'll get there. You get there. I be on that zero bills.
Tell us what you want to see. DM us.
Facts. You know?
Comment.
Yeah. I'll show you whatever you want. Pause.
All right. It's been real, y'all. I'm out of here.
And I'm glad that we took a majority of that time and hit what we said that we were going to talk about. It's like being black in corporate space, you know, because once again, like we're